that people won't be able to process the commands quickly enough. Yeah? So again, just go slowly. Joy, love, peace, honk. So when you say love, you're still not moving forward. Love, you actually slow right down and you just love, 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 love. You're turning left without moving forward. Peace, 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 peace. Okay? You ready? Spread out. I'm not going to play music this time because it's going to be too loud. So spread right out in the room. Keep your hands ready. And moving in space. Remember, looking for space when you do this, okay? Good luck. Okay, go. Begin when you're ready. Go ahead. Eyes closed. Okay, stop. Okay, switch it up. On your mark. Now this is where I will say, you can see the people or the students that are very uncomfortable with this. And I never want to make my students feel uncomfortable, right? So if you see, and you will probably have 10% of your students very uncomfortable with this activity. So yes, you want to challenge them to take risks, but if they're truly uncomfortable where it stops the momentum, then you can keep your hands on their shoulder. So you're not really directing, but just the hands on the shoulder is reassuring to them. And then you still give the command. So suddenly they feel much more safe. So that's always an option. And you can see as educators, you know when kids are uncomfortable. Right now, you can think of students in your class. I want you to think of a student. Let's say you're doing this in grade 3. I want you to think of a student in your class that comes to mind that does not take risks, that is very apprehensive and nervous and would not do well in this activity. Okay? Can you picture somebody? That's the student you would offer a little extra to. Okay, are you ready? On your mark. Get set, go. Yeah, I heard. Okay, good. We have 29? Yeah. Okay, stop. All right. Now, we're going to do a couple more little activities related to this, the two activities we just did. But I want you to start thinking about how you could change this game and create a new version of this game. I'll tell you one idea that I did with my students. They loved the game. They went back and they wanted to play it in their class and show their teachers, and some of the teachers let them. So what I did with them as an extension is I allowed them to create new words. And this is where you can bring language arts into it. So if the kids are learning about adjectives or adverbs or nouns or verbs, then you can say, okay, well, let's play the game, but you have to create only adjectives now. So it's no longer joy, love, peace. You have to create adjectives, or you have to create adverbs, or you can use only nouns. So then you're tying into language arts, and it's not taking away from the game itself. So it's not your job to assess language arts, but at least you're tapping into another area for them to think about. So that's just one thing that I did with my kids. I allowed them to create their own words for it, and they really enjoyed it. Okay, so can you come on this side now? Okay, can I have somebody, here, you can be my marker person. Okay, so let's look at this. In what ways do we achieve success? All right, so think about the activity. Think about what we did, what we talked about. Now just give me words here. Not a sentence per se. You can use a couple words, but just how do we achieve success? Okay. Okay, no, hang on. New color. Understanding. Okay, so she just said understanding, so understanding one another better. Yeah? Oh. Okay, hang on. Okay, something else? Communication. Somebody said creativity. Who said creativity? Absolutely, creativity in everything we do, regardless of subject. Creativity is huge. We have to think. You've heard the expression. We have to think outside what? Outside the box. Yeah? So creativity. Okay, now this activity was based on what? Trust. Trust was absolutely huge. Here, can you give me, I'll take the red again. Okay, now there is another very, very important skill involved. Communication, yes, but the person that was being navigated around had to do what? Listen. Listening. What color do you want? Okay. Team spirit. Okay, absolutely team spirit, working together, right? Sportsmanship. Okay, so one of the things, and I'm sure you've seen on my website, is that one of the things that I do is to create visuals like this, yeah? And I use really thick markers, you know? And if I have to write down ideas really quickly, if the ideas are coming too quickly, I will create the visual in pencil first, and then I will go over it after. But I think one of the most powerful things in learning is helping kids to make visual connections to their learning. It's kids are people, adults are visual learners. The high percentage of adults, they must see things. You can tell me how to do something, you know, and you can explain it very well, and I can listen. But for me personally, I'll take in 40%. Then if I see it, along with listening, then it becomes more 80, 90, 100%. So something that I always do in my classes is to create visuals. And I think people are so caught up with technology. It's still very important to, again, slow down and create these visuals. So something like this. Now, I try to make the word fit, of course, in the key word. But if it doesn't fit, sportsmanship, you said. I'll write it down the side. So if it doesn't fit, I'll write it down the side. But and then that will stay up for the whole unit. So anytime there's a need to have I don't even have to have a discussion with them. If the students are not completing the task as they should, they're having problems, I don't need to sit there and have a conversation with them. Let's say, for example, you two are just not getting it done for whatever reason. You've seen it in PE, right? So instead of pulling you two aside, bringing you outside, trying to help you through your problem, I will say, do you remember the visual we created? Okay, go over there. Have a look at it. Reflect on it with your partner for 2 minutes. And now I have time for the other kids. So now they're over there, and they can figure it out. Kids are smart. They know what they're doing and what they're not doing. And then when they're ready, are you ready now? Did you figure it out? Can we do this again, please? Okay, thank you. Okay, then you send them off working. So by creating visuals, it's actually a behavior management technique as well. So you're connecting to their learning, right? So as they're in the unit, as they're trying to come up with ideas, you watch them, their eyes are always scanning around. They're always looking. And they're looking to make connections with the world around them. So if there's nothing on the walls to support their learning, that's a disservice to them, I think. So you have to try to, I suggest that you try to create visuals as much as possible and leave them up. And then you'll begin to see kids, you'll see their eyes popping around. So if I'm doing a movement composition unit for kindergarten to grade 5, my room is probably this big here. And if you've seen my blog, you saw all the visuals up on the wall. So I keep kindergarten visuals up. I keep grade 1 all the way to grade 5. I keep all of the visuals up for the whole unit. And then I will see grade 5 students, looking at something the grade 1 class did and getting ideas. And then I tell the kindergarten kids, you know what? Your ideas are being used by the big kids, and they love it. And I'm not just making that up. It's true. The kids are getting ideas all around them, and that is helping them subconsciously as well to learn. Okay? Okay, I'm going to pull this. Any questions about that? Okay, let's go back up here. Okay, look at the screen again.